Okay, so I found this thing on eBay. It's a great big huge standard shaped spinner with great big tungsten inserts in it. They said it's one of the heaviest fidget spinners out there. I weighed it. It weighs in at 186 grams. Very heavy. And on the front of it, it has NR Gifts engraved in 3 spots here. It just says NR Gifts. So I'm not sure. It comes out of Canada. Somebody in Canada made this thing. And the whole point of it, obviously, is to be really heavy. And it's even a little bit bigger than your typical plastic spinner. I don't know if you can see it. It sticks out around the edges of a plastic spinner. So it's big and it's very heavy. It does have a an R188 bearing in it, and it seems to spin really smoothly. Although it's not the easiest thing in the world to play with because it's so big and heavy, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to go ahead and test this and see if this is going to be one of our all-time long spinners. Okay, I finally got done testing this monster spinner that weighs 186 grams. First off, where does it come from? It comes from some company in Canada called NR Gifts, and it has the name NR Gifts engraved on it. They noted on the eBay site that they're selling it, that you should test it for spin time with the engravings faced up. I don't know why, but of course I'm not going to do that. I'm going to test it that way in about 6 other ways too. So I tested it, and it is, despite, in fact, it's so heavy that it does spin for a very long time. You got an average spin time of 16 minutes and 48 seconds, and that's the longest spin time I've ever got. The single longest spin time on this thing was 20 minutes and 3 seconds with my air hose. So that's a really long spin time. It did vary a fair amount, anywhere from 15 minutes and 2 seconds up to 20 minutes and 3 seconds, which hurt its score a bit. In terms of the appearance, I gave it a 6. It looks kind of just like the good old plastic ones, but it's got these tungsten weights in it. It's a little bit bigger, which makes it even harder to play with. It doesn't have a very good feel to it, but you can still play with it. It's workable. Very large, and it hits your hands, and unless you've got fairly good sized hands, I wouldn't mess around with this one too much. So the feel, I gave it a 6 also. Perceived quality, I gave it a 7. Maybe I was a little bit harsh on it there, because one thing about it is it is very well balanced. It doesn't have any really terribly notable imbalance in it. Does have an R188 bearing, which seems to be a good bearing, although I probably should have tested this with another bearing to see if I could have got it to go even longer, but I got tired of sitting there playing with this thing forever. Took a long time to test it. So I bought it for $58.35 on eBay. I haven't seen it anywhere else, just on eBay, and I've seen a couple of different people selling it for as low as around $42. So you can pick it up on eBay, and it's been on eBay for a while now, so I imagine it'll be there for quite some time more. And that's it. A really long spinning, great big huge fidget spinner with tungsten bearings from NR Gifts. And that's it.